Welcome back to another video. FPL is finally live now and it's time to get in with my first draw. So let's get into it. In goal, I've gone with Onana because Manchester United are bringing in new centre backs and I think they're gonna be more defensively solid, even though they were the worst expected goals conceded team in the league or in whole Europe, but still, I think they'll improve. The one thing they can do sometimes right is draw out the game, hold it to a 1-0 or some defensive shape will happen this time around with players returning and not many injured players in the starting 11. And to pair him up, it's Matt Turner, just because he was 4 million. I'll figure something out after the preseason. Moving on to the defense, Gabriel, Wolves at home. I needed an Arsenal player somehow, and I chose Gabriel over Saliba just because he has more goal threat. I don't know why people are picking Saliba. Maybe it's because of the new bonus point system, but we all know Gabriel has way better chances of scoring a goal from set pieces than Saliba. Mikalenko is there because 4.5 for Everton defenders just right. Tarkowski and Brantwaite 5 million. It's just not justifiable when Mikalenko is there at 4.5. Wildface is the one I picked up in the 4 million bracket. He had 43 starts last season with Leicester. He was a starter for Belgium and for Leicester in the previous time they were in the Premier League, so he should still play under the new manager. Gavardio is just very attacking, and since he's got out in the group stage in the Euros, he'll be well rested and geared up for the new season. Hopefully he's still that attacking player like he was during the second half of the season. And Dan Burn completes the defense. 4.5 million cheap Newcastle defender. With Pope being back, I expect the defense of Newcastle to be solidified once again. In the midfield, to start off with, it's Nkunku. Palmer is 10.5. Nkunku comes in at a great budget price at 6.5, and hopefully he's fit. I'll pick him for now and see if he stays picked until the preseason. Eze, 7 million, great value for money. He's gonna be on penalties and take some set piece as well for Crystal Palace. He has good expected goals and assists from last season as well. Mohamed Salah, captaincy choice for the first game week, even though his ends Arnie Slot, I kind of mix those names up sometimes. Arnie Slot, it's gonna be a new system. He is another year older, so that's something to watch. But still, I'm gonna pick Salah because he had a full rest during the international break. He's been posting on Twitter about fitness and gym pics and all that. It looked like he's refreshed, and he had some problems with Klopp, so maybe he's gonna be well tuned this time around. Foden, because just so that I can cover Man City attack, so that means I don't have Haaland in this draft. You already figured that out. And Gordon completes the midfield. Newcastle just have good, solid fixtures early on, and Gordon didn't even play that much in Euros, so he's well rested as well. Finally, with the forward line, I have Watkins at 9 million. He has mixed bag fixtures, but Watkins has been so good that last season and during the Euros. Whenever he came on, he made an impact. João Pedro 5.5. He's not certain to stay, but for now he's there. In preseason, if I see Vardy starting most games, then I'll probably pick Vardy over João Pedro. Even though João Pedro has pens, Vardy has pens as well, but I have to see the performance of Brian, new manager. Let's see what he has to say about Pedro. Isak completes the front line. He's like a nailed on pick for the rest of the preseason campaign. He's gonna be he's one of the players locked in my draft for game week 1 at least, and I'll move him on maybe 4 game weeks after. Isak has penalties, just gonna be nailed on way more. Callum Wilson gonna have to take a back seat. He's just too good. So let's see how this team shapes up. Here's how the team lines up. Onana in goal, Burn, Gavardiol, and Gabriel in the defense. This is why I picked Onaza, so that I can still play the Fulham fixture along with Burn, Southampton fixture, Gavardiol, and Gabriel. And in the midfield will be Foden, Salah, Gordon, and Eze. Salah being the captain, and Kunku goes to the bench because he plays Man City in the first game. He takes a back seat, and then later on from game week 2 I can play him onwards. And in the front line it's João Pedro, Watkins, and Isak with vice captaincy. That's gonna be it for the first draft. The preseason's gonna change things a lot for me, but from last season, like, don't have to get too overboard with the preseason form. That thing I have to keep in mind. But yeah, thanks for watching, and the draft will probably change later on. So yeah, catch you all later.